be giving project number 3 from the Competent Communicator Manual. The second time around, the project is called Get to the Point. The purpose of this speech is to inform, persuade, entertain, or inspire. She is to create a specific action she wants the audience to do after listening to her speech. The beginning, body, and conclusion should all tie in and reinforce the purpose. The speaker is to project sincerity and conviction. The name of the speech is A Strong Foundation, and it will be 5 to 7 minutes long.
Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. If you build a building, it's very important to build it on a very strong foundation, or no matter how beautiful that building is, it can crumble and falter. And that's true in our Toastmaster experiences as well. It's very important that we build our foundation in Toastmaster on very strong bricks. In fact, Ralph Smedley, over 87 years ago, knew the value of what he wanted to create in Toastmaster. He knew he wanted young men to learn how to speak confidently and to run meetings effectively and efficiently. So he created the 2 foundational bricks, which are the Competent Communicator and Competent Leadership Manuals. The Competent Leadership Manual is a manual that has many roles to fill. By the time you complete this manual, you will have done every single role to present a business meeting. Now, this is an easy manual to fill because all you have to do, come to the meetings, fill the roles, which you're going to do anyways, make sure you have somebody fill in the information in your manual, and in a short period of time, you will have accomplished your Competent Leadership Manual. This helps to develop your skills as well as feeds into the foundation of our club, because if our club has CCs and CLs, we get to accomplish our distinguished club status, as Brian mentioned earlier. Now the next building block is the Competent Communicator block. This is considered the #1 most important building block in Toastmasters. And this, they also have a manual, a Competent Leadership Manual to fill out. And this is composed of 10 different speeches. Each speech develops a different quality, technique, or item that would be helpful for you to be able to express yourself in the best way possible. When you've completed this manual, you will have developed many skills along the way. Now, this particular manual requires some time and effort. You have to prepare your speeches, you have to present your speeches. And so a lot of times we falter on this one just a little bit. In fact, last year I passed out forms for everyone called Personal Success Plan, and I had everybody fill out what their goal was for the year. At the end of the year last year, I compiled a list of what people had said they wanted to accomplish and what we actually accomplished. And collectively, there were 36 speeches that people had planned on doing but never got accomplished. So I'd like to see if we can close the gap of the desire and the accomplishment of that. So as I was thinking about, why would we not complete something that we set out to do? And the idea was, #1 is time. We're all busy. We're busy at work, at home, and our social activities. Then I started to think about this a little bit more detailed, and I thought, I wonder if it's really a time issue, or if it's actually a commitment issue. If I run into let's say Sharon at the mall, I haven't seen her for 10 years, and we chat away for 10 minutes, and then we have to part ways. I might say to Sharon, we really need to get together and have dinner sometime. And we part ways with a smile. But unless one of us goes home, gets on our calendar, picks a date, calls each other, and sets that date, there's a really good chance another 10 years will pass before I encounter Sharon. So I think we really need to make a commitment. If you decide you want to finish your Competent Communicator Manual in 2 years, that requires 5 speeches a year, which would be approximately 1 every other month. So what you need to do is look on your calendar, mark it every other month. And when Sandy sends out the form to fill out, to put on our roles, you can look at your calendar. Oh, okay, this is the month I said I was going to give a speech. So then you plug that speech in on the schedule. thing is, some people think, well, but what do I talk about? And they think we're making this too big of a deal. This does not have to be rocket science. Dave gave an excellent speech a number of months back on how to change a tire. Very simple speech. Get a topic, 3 points, and a conclusion. Doesn't have to be that complicated. Another thing I think people are concerned about, well, what if I make a fool of myself up here? So what? Our purpose of coming to Toastmasters is to learn how to be a perfect speaker, not to be a perfect speaker so that I speak. When we do our table topics, we make a fool of ourselves oftentimes. But look at it, guys. We're all getting good at this. In fact, I have not seen one person in Toastmasters who's gotten worse since they've been in Toastmasters. So what are the pluses of giving our speeches? One of them, obviously, is you're going to get better when you're up here presenting to the club. Number two, if you give a speech, someone has to evaluate you. No speeches, no evaluations. The foundation begins to crumble. Another thing is, again, we add to our distinguished club status. And the final thing, which is something I don't think we really give a lot of consideration to, and that is, every time any one of us stand in front of here, whether we're giving a speech or filling a role, we are mentoring our entire club. If we have a new member that joins and there's no speeches, they can't tell what a speech is supposed to look like. What is Project 3 supposed to be? If there's no speeches or very few speeches, that deters the foundation of our club. So fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, I encourage you to get your name on the schedule for your roles and for your speeches. Make a date with Sandy so that we can get this accomplished.